Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Bane Batman Knightfall version figure from Medicom MAFEX. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks positively killer, and yeah, MAFEX just brings it once again. I wasn't even reading DC Comics, actually almost ever. I was really always more of a Marvel person, but you cannot deny just how good of a design Bane is. I mean, I just remember seeing pictures and just being like, that's just badass. And this figure absolutely captures that. I mean, it's a very straightforward design as well. I mean, he's a luchador, and obviously up on the Venom, and it works so well. I mean, they very clean paint everywhere, as you can see. All of our seam lines here are the lines for the costume are sculpted in. And then we get some nice kind of airbrushing style to kind of bring out the musculature. We do get some arm hair painted in. Just really nice kind of look to even the fabric stretching over the muscles. Just really cool stuff going on. We get those nice shiny boots. We even get the bottom of the boots sculpted in as well. It's always a welcome addition until it kind of contributes to the figure falling over a lot, but other than that, like, really nice silver here for the belt. Again, this nice straightforward design. Then we get the Venom pump, and as you can see, same silver as the belt, very nicely matched. We do get some of that silver on the knuckles as well. And then this cord, I guess the pipe rather, coming from the head into the arm, all nicely done. And I really I watched another review, I forget who, and pardon me for that, point out that they do have the bottom of, actually I think it was Robo, have the bottom of the mask actually unzipped just because he's so ripped at this point. And yeah, that's awesome. And then of course the face and the mask itself get a nice shiny red for the eyes, and then matte black and matte white just to kind of drive home the glossiness there. So yeah, overall, just like insanely good looking figure. We get a really nice loadout of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And mostly hands, but starting off, we do get a pair of fists right out of the box. Then we get a pair of relaxed hands. Get a pair of chopping hands, or open palms. We get a pair of pointing hands. Get a pair of intense grappling hands / grasping hands, and then we get a pair of splayed out kind of pre-grappling hands. Then of course we do get, or not of course, but we do get two different face plates. So we do get the standard one. You can see the seam line here. You just kind of pull the face forward, and see the zipper up there as well, something I didn't point out in the aesthetics, but so we got the kind of more neutral kind of facial expression, and then we get much more intense. You can kind of see the furrowed brow, so definitely the angry expression, and both excellently done. Again, the same glossy red for the eyes, and then matte everything else. See the connectors right there, so very chunky joints, so that should hold in very, very well with no issue. And then finally, the thing I always forget to talk about with MAFEX figures, even though I have a ton now, is the stand. So you can see it here in the bag, so you get our base, and then the various arms here in this mess of plastic. So yeah, that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are an absolute joy, and I love saying that about MAFEX figures. This is one figure that I think has really just taken me, and I love that. And just freestanding kicks for days, absolutely no issues. Again, even though the bottom of the boots are sculpted, they are nice and wide. It gives a great base. The figure is mobile enough that you can just strike a pose, and I just love this. So beyond that, we do see a lot of the stuff we are used to seeing with MAFEX figures. So our head is on our dumbbell joint from the neck into the head on our neck on a ball joint. And we are not hindered by the back of the Venom tubes at all. We can look all the way up, we can look all the way down, we can tilt as much as we want, we can rotate really far. Again, I don't know what type of plastic this tube is made out of, but it is extremely pliable, and it works with you. It's the opposite of what most figures with something like this would do. And we get our butterfly joint, so we can come back, we can come forward, we can kind of come up and down, so it's a bit more of a kind of a dumbbell joint coming from the arm into the body. We get into a T beautifully. We do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows bring us to there. We do get swivel hinge swivel here at the wrists, so we can go anywhere we want to go, up and down, side to side, depending on where you have it. Then we get ball joint and diaphragm, ball joint in the waist. We get tons of crunch, beautifully done. Tons of arch back, though we are going to gap. That's kind of how that goes. Then we get all the tilt side to side. We get rotation from both the top and the bottom, so both diaphragm and the waist. We do have drop down hips, so nothing crazy, just a little bit down, and that allows us to hit almost full splits. Totally beautiful. Front kick, our big boot is amazing. We go past 90. We do get swivel out of that joint as well. Double jointed knees bring us to there. And then nothing at the top of the boot, but we do get rotation at the ankle joint. Can't get that to focus because of how shiny it is. We get some okay point. That's probably the worst part of articulation. Really nice forward though. We get a little bit of rocker going on too. You got to kind of work with it because the way the joint is, I think it's a dumbbell joint coming from the foot into the shin. And then we get some toe joint. So that'll do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other MAFEX. With some domestics. With some other imports. With some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as the Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Bane Knightfall version from Medicom MAFEX is that this figure just kicks all amounts of ass. It lives up to every ounce of hype that I had seen and read and heard, and yeah, cannot recommend it enough. Unfortunately, it is not available anymore anywhere. It's sold out everywhere I could see, and rightfully so. However, MAFEX has definitely been doing the reissue thing lately, and I would be floored if they did not come back to this one. I mean, this is up there, I think, for MAFEX in particular, and just for figures in general. I mean, I almost didn't pre-order this one for some reason, and I'm very happy I did. So and actually, circling back, secondary market actually isn't insane right now. There's slight markup, but it's not double yet. So if you see this for, this is going for 120 at retail, and right now I've seen some eBay listings that are about 130, 150. If you see it for that, pick it up. That I would say is absolutely worth it. And, if not, then absolutely wait for the reissue, because I feel it's inevitable with this, especially with the way MAFEX has been doing things. So yeah, could not recommend it enough. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. And if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just escape the world for a while, talk about some really nice plastic. But really, at the end of the day, I just hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.